people, gather around here, and I'm going to tell you the tale about when me and my partner Zeek was down surveying by the San Jaun Country. Now, y'all know where the San Jaun Country is? Yeah, it's down south there. Well, we was riding down through there, and all of a sudden, a whole passel of redskins came after us. The whole darn Sioux Nation, and I tell you, there were Arapaho, and there were Cheyenne, and there was Shoshone, and there were Utes, and well, we were in a pickle. We didn't know what we was going to do. So we was riding as fast as we could ride on our horses, trying to get away from them, and all of a sudden, we saw this canyon. So we slipped into the canyon, and at the end of the canyon, there was a nice little forest where we could hide in. So we ran our horses into that forest, and the Indians went by, and we had it made. So we decided we were going to camp there that night. So Zeek, he tells me, he says, Red Eye, he says, you get a fire started, and I'll go out and catch us some critter to eat. So I walk over next to the stream, set up a nice campsite, and I get the rocks all laid out for our fire, and I go over to this here dead tree, and I take out my trusty tomahawk, and I'm going to cut down this tree for firewood. So I take my hawk, and I go. What the? There's a big dent in the edge of my hawk. You know that there tree was petrified? You know what petrified is? Oh, that's where it turns into stone, you know? Just hard as a rock. So, I can't make no fire, and I know that Zeke's going to come back with supper pretty soon, and we're going to have to cook it. So, I get my blanket out of my pack, and I tear my blanket up, and I strike a spark with my flint and steel, and I get the blanket to smoldering a little bit. And finally I get a little fire going using my blanket. Well, Zeke's on his way back. I know he's on his way back because I just heard a gunshot out there. So I grab the pan and go run to the stream to get the water. And I go to dip into the water. You know that there stream was petrified too? So I look around, and Zeek hasn't come back yet, and I'm just about running out of blanket for the fire, so I decide I'd better go find him. So I grab my smoke stick, and I go charging off, following his tracks through the woods. And I'm walking along, and I come up, and I see old Zeek just standing there. He's standing there like this. And he's staring up at a turkey in the tree. And I say, Zeek, what's the matter? And he says, I shot that turkey. And I know I shot that turkey, and it's just standing there in that tree and not moving. I said, well, Zeek, maybe you need to practice a little bit more. That's okay, I'll get it. So I take old bull thrower, and I lean down on that there turkey, and I fire off a shot. The turkey just stands there. Now, I know I hit that. So I load up again, and this time I double ball, because you never miss when you double ball, you know. So I run those double balls down there, and I aim again. Ta-bam! And the old turkey falls off the limb. And we walk over there, and we look at that turkey, and he's got 4 little chips out of him. That turkey was petrified. Well, we're getting kind of desperate by now because we're kind of hungry. So we're walking through the woods, and we come around a tree, and there's a great big Injun with a big old tomahawk in his hand, ready to hit us. But he ain't moving. You know that Injun was petrified too? And we go around him, and there's a whole village sitting there. And we walk through the village, and they're all just standing still because they're petrified. And we walk up. Well, it's starting to get cold now. backyard. So they got a campfire going, so we walk up to their campfire. Yeah, that fire was petrified too. You know, and worse off, then it started to rain. We ran for our horses. And we got on those horses, and we got out of there. And we made it, except for a few bruises and a couple goose eggs from the petrified rain. I hope I never find that place again. But I'll tell you something. The worst part was, those horses' teeth were never the same again after trying to eat that petrified grass.